Hello, dear soul. Welcome to the channel The Spiritual Love Code. Have you ever felt as if something greater was guiding your steps, almost like an invisible thread pulling you towards someone special? It's that strange yet sweet feeling when your heart races for no reason, as if you're about to encounter something that will change everything. Louise Hay used to say that the universe always responds to the energy we put out, and perhaps this force is exactly that, a response to the love you've already begun to cultivate within yourself. Many people experience this mysterious calling, a magnetism that cannot be explained by logic alone. It's as if destiny were carefully preparing the stage, piece by piece, for the meeting that has already been written in the stars. Think about those days when small signs appear, a song that plays at just the right moment, a dream so real it feels like it actually happened, or even the name of someone that suddenly starts showing up again and again. Louise believed that nothing is a coincidence, everything is a reflection of the energy we create when we choose thoughts of love. And that's what we'll talk about today, 9 powerful signs that your twin flame is coming, inspired by Louise Hay. But don't expect obvious signs, because each one carries a deep meaning, capable of awakening your intuition in unexpected ways. And let me tell you in advance, the last sign is the most transformative of all, the one that can completely change the way you see love and yourself. Twin flame connections are different from any other relationship. It's not just about attraction or affinity, but about intensity, growth, and healing. It's as if two mirrored souls meet to awaken in each other what had been asleep. Louise Hay often reminded us that all love begins within, and that only when we learn to love ourselves can we attract a true, deep, and divine love. This union is not a fairy tale, but rather an invitation to transformation. Many times, before meeting the twin flame, life brings challenges, pain, and changes so that one can be prepared. It is in this process that we learn to let go of old patterns and make room for something greater. Louise used to say, "When we really love ourselves, everything in our life works." And this phrase perfectly sums up what precedes this spiritual encounter. So the question is, are you already experiencing these signs? When the soul aligns with self-love, the universe responds with hints and synchronicities that feel almost magical. If you've been feeling this energy, perhaps your twin flame is closer than you imagine. You are about to dive deeper into these signs and discover what the universe may already be showing you. Sign 1: Dreams and vivid visions. Dreams are the way the soul speaks when the mind is silent. Many people report vivid experiences in which they feel their twin flame's presence before ever meeting them physically. It's like dreaming of holding someone's hand in a peaceful place and waking up with the real sensation of that touch. Louise Hay reminded us that our imagination is one of the most powerful tools for creating reality, and dreams are the gateway to that creation. Picture waking up in the morning with your heart racing because you dreamed of a scene that felt more real than life itself. This can be a sign that the universe is already preparing your energy for that encounter. The rational mind may try to dismiss it as coincidence, but intuition knows better. Louise believed that even our night thoughts reflect our deepest beliefs and desires. So, what can you do when these signs appear? A simple yet powerful practice is to keep a dream journal. Write down every detail, from colors to emotions, to help identify patterns and hidden messages. Often, what repeats itself is exactly what the universe wants to reveal. As Louise said, when you pay attention to what arises within you, you create space for miracles to happen. And this is only the first step in the signs to come. Sign 2: Synchronicities everywhere. The universe loves to communicate in subtle, almost magical ways, and synchronicities are its language. Seeing repeated numbers, hearing the same name multiple times, or encountering meaningful symbols is no coincidence. It's as if a discrete light is stitching an invisible map, pointing the way to your twin flame. Louise Hay often emphasized that life responds to what you believe to be true for yourself, and these coincidences are signs of that truth. Imagine noticing that the clock always shows 11:11 when you think of that person, or stumbling upon messages that seem to answer your exact questions. It's the universe's way of drawing attention to something bigger, a clue only intuition can decipher. Those who have experienced it know, it's impossible to ignore when the same energy begins appearing across different moments. Louise believed that mindfulness and awareness are the keys to perceiving these messages. To make the most of these signs, observe them with curiosity and lightness, without anxiety. Take note of repetitions and reflect on what they might be showing. Often, it is at this point that life begins to align people, situations, and opportunities. As Louise Hay said, when you open yourself to signs, they become gateways to miracles. And we've only just begun, the next sign will bring even more emotional intensity. Sign 3. Emotional waves. Sometimes, emotions arrive unexpectedly, intense and deep, like a tide rising and falling without logical explanation. Joy, anxiety, nostalgia, or even an inexplicable longing can appear out of nowhere. This is the twin flames energy manifesting in the body and mind, stirring every fiber of your being. Louise Hay said that every emotion is a messenger, and when we pay attention to them, we start to recognize signs beyond reason. Imagine feeling sudden happiness and later discovering that something significant happened with the person you sense is connected to you. Or that sadness that seems to come from nowhere, later revealing lessons and healing. These emotional waves are like antennas picking up soul frequencies, allowing you to sense the other's presence even at a distance. Louise taught that observing feelings carefully is essential to transform experiences into personal growth. What can you do with these emotions? First, welcome them without judgment. Then, reflect on what each feeling might be signaling. Sometimes, writing it down or talking with a trusted person helps decode this energy. Louise Hay emphasized, to fully accept yourself is to open space for miracles and true love. And if you thought you'd felt it all, get ready, the next sign will bring you closer to your twin flames' physical presence. Sign 4. Feeling their presence. Some people report feeling their twin flames' presence even before meeting physically, like a gentle touch on the shoulder or a sudden warmth flowing through the body. It's an energy that seems to touch the soul and leave a trail of recognition. Louise Hay said, the energy you feel is just as real as the physical world, and these moments are reminders that the connection happens far beyond what the eyes can see. Imagine being in any place and suddenly feeling that you're not alone, even when no one is around. This sensation is like the other's soul gently brushing against your energy field, leaving subtle, unforgettable clues. It's strange, intense, yet comforting, showing that the bond is real and that the universe is attentive to the signs. To connect with these experiences, it's useful to slow down and notice the details of body and mind. Simple meditations, quiet moments, and attention to internal signals help identify these presences. Louise Hay emphasized that, when you open yourself to the invisible, you connect with what is divine and healing. And we're just getting started, the next sign will touch something even deeper, the telepathic connection. Sign 5. Telepathic connection. Some connections go beyond words, reaching a level where thoughts and feelings are shared without any logical explanation. Thinking of someone and then receiving a message shortly after is no coincidence, it's the twin flames energy speaking. Louise Hay often emphasized that the mind and heart are instruments of creation, and this subtle communication is one of the clearest manifestations of that truth. Imagine being in the middle of your day, suddenly thinking of someone, and moments later receiving news or signs that confirm the connection. It's like there's an invisible bridge between two souls, constantly vibrating even from afar. This telepathic bond serves as a constant reminder that you are not alone and that the universe works in harmony with your heart. To strengthen this intuition, meditation and attention to thoughts and internal signs are essential. Noting small coincidences and reflections helps recognize patterns and better understand the message being sent. Louise Hay reinforced that, when you trust your intuition, miracles begin to manifest. And get ready, the next sign will show how your entire life starts aligning for this encounter. Sign 6, Life Changes and Alignment. Sometimes, unexpected changes appear in life and seem to have a higher purpose. Moving to a new city, starting a new job, or feeling drawn to different paths may seem random, but everything is aligning you for your twin flame encounter. Louise Hay said that, everything in life is the result of our choices and thoughts, and these changes reflect the energy you emit when opening yourself to love and growth. Imagine feeling that every decision you make, even the small ones, begins to fit like pieces of an invisible puzzle. A friend appearing at the perfect moment, an unexpected opportunity, or even a coincidence that changes your day's course, all of this is part of the alignment. Life starts conspiring in favor of your soul, showing that the universe works with precision even when you don't immediately notice it. To connect with these changes, it's essential to pay attention to opportunities and stay open to new experiences. Louise Hay emphasized that, when you trust the flow of life, miracles happen naturally. Embracing these transformations allows the path to your twin flame to become clearer and more harmonious. And get ready, the next sign will touch on inner transformation and spiritual awakening. Sign 7, Spiritual Awakening. When your twin flame is approaching, something within you begins to awaken powerfully. It's as if life gains new colors, and deep questions arise. Who am I really? What is my purpose? Louise Hay believed that every awakening is born from self-love and acceptance, because when we learn to look at ourselves with compassion, we open space for purer, more transformative connections. This awakening can appear in small signs: a desire to meditate, to take better care of your health, to step away from heavy environments, or even to seek spiritual answers that once made no sense. It's as if the soul is clearing the ground to welcome something extraordinary. Louise said, "The more we love ourselves, the more the universe responds with love, and this inner movement is the key to recognizing and sustaining twin flame energy." To connect with this process, set aside moments for silence, to write down your thoughts, or simply to breathe deeply. Each step on this journey of self-discovery is a step closer to the greater connection. Spiritual awakening is not an ending, but a portal. And as you pass through it, you move closer to the magical experience of meeting your twin flame. Sign 8, Inner Peace and Self-Love. Before uniting with your twin flame, there comes a moment when you find peace within yourself. It's when you realize you no longer need anyone to feel complete, because you've discovered that the source of happiness has always been inside you. Louise Hay taught us exactly this: when we learn to approve of ourselves and love ourselves unconditionally, everything around us transforms, including our relationships. This stage is like lighting an inner flame. You begin to feel lighter, more confident, and even more magnetic, because true self-love doesn't push away, it attracts. It's like when someone who has spent their life chasing external approval suddenly finds joy in simple gestures, like making a calm cup of tea at night, listening to their favorite song, or laughing alone at something small. This state is irresistible, and naturally creates a field that draws your twin flame closer. To nurture this peace, you can practice positive affirmations, something Louise always encouraged. Looking in the mirror and saying, "I love and approve of myself just the way I am," may seem small, but it opens immense doors within the soul. This is the moment when your inner flame becomes a magnet. And believe me, once you arrive here, the universe is already conspiring to reveal something even deeper. Sign 9, Healing Old Wounds. When your twin flame is near, they don't just bring love and fulfillment, they also awaken the need to heal deep wounds. Often, childhood memories, past relationship traumas, or hidden pains resurface. This may feel uncomfortable, but it is essential, because only by clearing the inner ground can such an intense love be sustained. Louise Hay always reminded us that, love is the great healer, and this is the moment when that truth takes form. Picture someone who has always feared abandonment. Suddenly, in the process of connecting with their twin flame, situations appear that test that very fragile point. It feels painful, but it's as if the universe whispers, "Now is the time to release this." And when the person chooses to face it, forgive, and let go, the heart opens in a new way, ready to receive love fully. A powerful practice at this stage is writing letters of forgiveness, even if they are never sent, or repeating affirmations Louise suggested. I release the past with love and choose to live in peace now. These simple actions act like wings for the soul, transforming pain into strength. It's like the butterfly emerging from its cocoon. The process may be tight and even painful, but what comes afterward is pure freedom. These signs are not coincidences, they are divine whispers showing you that your twin flame may be closer than you think. Every synchronicity, every inner awakening, and every healing is the universe's way of asking you to trust the process. Louise Hay once said, "You've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens." That is the essence, everything begins within you. Trusting divine timing is an act of surrender. When you understand that nothing is out of place, you begin to see that even challenges are steps bringing you closer to a greater connection. Loving yourself is the greatest spiritual act, and that love expands to attract what is true. Your twin flame doesn't arrive to fill a void, but to overflow what you already are. So instead of anxiously searching outside, turn your gaze inward. Ask yourself, how can I treat myself with more love today? Where can I release criticism and embrace compassion? It's within this space that the magic unfolds. The love of a twin flame is, above all, a reflection of the love you nurture for yourself. And when this flame shines inside, it inevitably attracts the flame outside. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and light with me today. If you felt a connection with these words and with Louise Hay's teachings, go ahead and give this video a like right now. It helps spread this message to more people who are also seeking spiritual answers. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss upcoming content. Here, you'll always find deep reflections, inspiration, and tools for self-discovery and the soul's journey. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced any of these signs in your own life? Share your story in the comments, because your experience may light the path for someone going through the same stage. And if you'd like to dive even deeper, don't miss the video on the end screen. 11 signs your twin flame reunion is near.